All right, these are the video directions for clarification of the post-penguin shelter assessment for the postcard version. All right, so this is due Friday, September 24th. This is an assessment. Your role, you are an ice cube penguin visiting Rockland, California this summer as part of the zoo exhibit. Your audience is your ice cube penguin friends back home. What you have to do, you have to create a postcard using the Penguin Postcard Google Slides template, which is right down here, written during the first 2 minutes of your time in the zoo enclosure. So you're the penguin, first 2 minutes in that zoo enclosure. You include what you have. You include the address plus the message on one side, artwork on one side, draw an image related to the class activities, the Penguin Project, include color, a stamp, not a real one, but you need to draw one. No copy and paste from the internet. You got to draw your own. What must be in it? You describe the way thermal energy affects you being the penguin during the first 2 minutes of your time in the zoo enclosure, your shelter that you built, your group built. Include specific details about the shelter that was designed for you and types of heat transfer, radiation from where? Where was the radiation coming from? Conduction. Well, what is conduction and where is it coming from? You should have at least 2 conduction sources from it, not just one. So let's take a look at the Penguin Postcard, the template that you're going to start off with. Okay, so very important if you take a look here, there's direction information down here. So this is the side of the postcard where you're going to do your written descriptions and your address and stamp. Again, you don't copy and paste some image of a stamp from the internet. You got to draw your own stamp here. How do you draw? Well, you use the shapes, arrows, callouts. With the shapes, you can do some freehand also. There's freehand ability to draw things, etc. in one of these things. So you use all these different kinds of shapes. So address, name of the penguin friend. So you got to name your friend, your fellow penguin friend, and where he lives. So the address is the name of the penguin, the street the penguin lives on, the city the penguin lives in, and it should be the country of Antarctica, and including a zip code. Describe the way thermal energy affects you during the first 2 minutes of your time in the zoo enclosure. Include specific details about the shelter that was designed for you and the types of heat transfer. So designed for you, shelter. So the shelter that you made, specific shelter that you made and tested, and the type of heat transfer, well, it's not going to be convection. No convection. So again, radiation from where? Where's the radiation coming from? And conduction. Where was conduction coming from? You should probably have two different types of conduction, where it's coming from. So think about all the things we've talked about in class. And again, stamp, real one, not draw one. And then here's the side of the postcard. This is the front side of the postcard. This is the back side of the postcard. So written description, you have to write all the written description. So you just plug in, you type, start typing there. Then here's the artwork on this side. Draw an image, draw. You have to draw. You can't copy and paste anything. Draw an image related to class activities. Think about the Penguin Project. Include color. So think about all the things we did, material testing, all the things we've talked about in class. Look through your reference notebook, has a lot of good information on that. Look at the papers that you've done for this project. You have a lot of paper you can refer to in this project. You may draw it by hand on a piece of white paper if you want, and then take a picture of it with your phone or Chromebook and then insert the pic onto the side. So you have that option if you can't really draw using the drawing tools that you have in this. All right, let's take a look at now how you're going to be graded or evaluated. So there's a content side and a concept side. So content, let's take a look at it. So 5, a rating of 5 means you meet expectations, all format requirements met, topic clearly addressed, well written, and neat. Clarity makes content easy to understand. 4 is in between 3 and 5. Let's take a look at 3. 3 is your approaching expectations. Most format requirements met, minor omissions, topic not addressed directly and clearly. Some writing and or neatness issues distract from the content. 2 is closer to 3 than 1. 1 is below expectations. Few more format requirements met, major omissions, topic not addressed, major writing and or neatness issues. So that's the content side. The concept side is this: 5 meets expectations, heat transfer key concepts and terms labeled and accurately used throughout assignment, clear evidence of concept mastery, and useful as a learning tool for future students. 4, again, is closer to 5 than 3. 3 is approaching expectations. Heat transfer key concepts and terms present, but some inaccurate use of concepts or infrequently used in assignment. Evidence student has made progress towards mastering concepts. 2, again, is closer to 3 than 1. 1 is below expectations. Heat transfer concepts and terms not labeled and not accurately used throughout the assignment. Little evidence of concept mastery.